Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Melanie McNally and welcome to my Destination You YouTube channel. So today I am going to talk about letting go. So we all know what it's like when something really upsets us and we just feel like we can't let go of it. Whether it's driving in traffic and having someone cut us off, or maybe a friend not commenting or liking a recent post, maybe leaving us unread in Snapchat, maybe a parent or a partner just saying something that just like really gets under our skin. And we have that moment where we want to just like lash out. We want to have a meltdown or we want to say something really, really nasty. But we know that deep down inside, the best thing for us to do is just to let it go. So I'm going to talk about a few steps, a few things that you can do to help you let go and move on. So the first thing that we need to do is recognize that you have a choice. We always have a choice in how we react and how we respond in a situation. Now, keep in mind, as soon as you catch yourself getting upset, it doesn't matter if you've already started that spiral, if you've already started the meltdown, as soon as you catch yourself, remind yourself, I have a choice here. I don't have to continue down that meltdown rabbit hole. I can stop things right now. So keep that in mind. You always have a choice in how you respond, letting people get under your skin, letting that driver who cut you off, letting them really bother you. That's a choice. That's a personal decision. The second thing that we need to do is take responsibility. So as soon as you catch yourself in meltdown mode, or maybe you've said something really nasty, or you've done something that you know wasn't the right choice, as soon as you catch it, own up to it. Take responsibility for your actions. So the best thing to do is to say, I know what I just said or did was wrong. You have every right to be upset with me. Or maybe you've done something, maybe you're a teen and you've said something, really nasty back to your parents and you know that there's going to be a consequence. So just own up to it and say, I know I'm going to get a consequence for what I just said. I know that was wrong, but can I take a minute to just calm down for a little bit before we talk about my consequence? So take responsibility, but also take a break if you need it. But as soon as you recognize that you've gone too far, own up to it. Don't try and blame it on the other person or put it on them that they made you do that, because really no one can make us do anything. And if you do that, if you start blaming, then you're only going to make the situation worse. So the third thing is to engage in some self-talk that's really helpful. So saying something like, this isn't worth getting upset over, or how's this going to make me feel a year from now? Now, if you've already done something where you've had to take responsibility for, you might not be in a good mind frame to engage in self-talk, or you might need to change your self-talk a little bit. But if you haven't gone down that meltdown rabbit hole, then use self-talk. As soon as you recognize that you have a choice, jump right to your self-talk. Go right to telling yourself, this really isn't worth getting upset over. Is this something I'm even going to remember, 6 months from now, 6 years from now? Okay, then I can let it go. The fourth thing is to work on relaxing yourself. So when you are really upset or really agitated, you're not in a good mind frame to think clearly or to respond in a clear-headed and rational way. So you really need to just work on trying to calm your body, calm your mind, focus on your breathing. So if that's just trying to do some nice slow inhales through your nose, a nice slow exhale through your mouth, trying to just follow your breath. You don't need to do anything fancy when it comes to breathing. Just notice your breath as it comes in through your nose. Try and follow it through your body. And as soon as you lose it, that's okay. Just pick it back up again wherever you notice it. So maybe it's on the exhale as it's moving through your lungs. Try and follow it back out again. And really put all of your attention and focus on just following your breath to see if that can calm you down. And as you're doing it, as you're following your breath, just try and slow it down. So try and slow down your inhales. Make your exhales just a little bit longer than your inhale, and just try and do it slower and slower. Another thing that you can do to relax yourself is a mindfulness technique. So my favorite mindfulness technique, it's not mine, I don't even know where I learned it from, but it's where you name 5 things that you can hear, 4 things that you can feel, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and then 1 good thing about yourself. So again, 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can feel, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 good thing about yourself. And that's just a way to get you grounded, get you in the present moment so that you're just a little bit calmer. And then once you do that, once you've, made the right choice, or maybe you've taken maybe you didn't make the right choice initially, but you took responsibility as soon as you could, as soon as you were able to regain some control. You engaged in some really good self-talk. You relaxed yourself. So finally, be proud of yourself. Be proud of the fact that you worked on this, and remind yourself that it takes time. Letting go is a skill. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of work, but the more you practice it, the easier it will become. So practice it with really easy things, the really small annoyances where it's not that big a deal. Just practice on the little things where you don't even really feel like you need to let it go. That's okay. You're making that muscle stronger. So practice on those little things so that on the big things, it's that much easier. All right, I hope this was helpful for you and that you're doing well during this crazy, crazy time. And take care. I'll see you next time.